What's going on, everybody? This is your WOF Outlook and discussion for Tuesday, May 30th, 2023. And before we get into today's video, I hope everyone is doing well, remaining positive, and as always, staying blessed. All right, you guys, this morning we're going to start out looking at the Gulf of Mexico as we do have a disturbance here, a weak disturbance, nothing organized at the moment, but you guys, the Gulf of Mexico is going to be fairly active as far as moisture. As we go into midweek and towards the end of this week and weekend, the Gulf is going to be fairly active, you guys. So we will keep an eye on it. I do not believe that we will have any type of tropical development, but at some point during this week, we may actually have some type of weak low pressure like we had off the South Carolina coast. It may be an exposed low with thunderstorms shared off on its east, shared with the westerly wind shear sharing the thunderstorms to the east of the circulation. That could most likely be a possibility as we get into later in the week. But as of right now, we are going to continue to monitor the trends to see how that continues to evolve here at your Weather on the Fly. So if you haven't done so already, be sure to subscribe so you can stay up to date and weather aware as the National Hurricane Center comes out with the updates. I'll have them here quickly for you guys in my shorts and community section. All right, as we take a look at the Eastern Pacific, you guys, as the sun is starting to come up, nothing much is going on there. No development is expected within the next 2 weeks, you guys, as of now. We move on to the Caribbean. We still have southwesterly wind shear, so nothing is going to form in the Caribbean as well as out here across the central and eastern Atlantic. Southwesterly wind shear and dry air is ruling the game, you guys. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at some models, you guys, to see just how this moisture is going to play out here across the Gulf of Mexico. And courtesy of tropicaltidbits.com, you guys, this is the latest GFS from early this morning run. And as we take this out, this is starting at about 7, 8 a.m. this morning. We take this out to tomorrow to the afternoon, evening, going into tomorrow morning. You can see the GFS really doesn't have much going on, just a lot of disturbed weather, a lot of showers and thunderstorms. As we continue to move this on out into Thursday, you guys, still not much, maybe a faint little kink of a low pressure trying to form up here across the north central Gulf Coast. But other than that, it's just very disturbed weather here on the GFS. Just a lot of rainfall that could possibly be in play here from southeast Louisiana to parts of the southern Florida's peninsula, you guys. And as we continue this on now, you can see low pressure here across the western Atlantic, just a lot of low pressure, but nothing organizing, you guys. And as we continue this on out, I don't like to go too far out and about. Let's go as far as the June 7th here. You can see it's going to be a fairly active Gulf of Mexico as we enter the month of June, you guys. And as we just going to take this on out for the 15 days, you can see not much in a way. We're going to have high pressure over the southwestern Atlantic here, and that's just going to keep a lot of things quiet in that bay. Probably some extra moisture starting to pile up here across the Caribbean and Eastern Pacific with this ridge strengthening across the Western Atlantic. But other than that, no type of tropical development is expected. You guys, as we go towards the European model, and let's check out the European, kind of has a little bit more of a handle on this disturbance here in the Gulf. As you can see, the European has 1,009 millibar low here for early in the morning. As we take this on out to the afternoon and evening, you can see just a lot of disorganized showers and thunderstorms. We go towards Wednesday morning, you can see we still have a kind of weak low pressure here across the south central Gulf of Mexico. We take this out onto Wednesday afternoon, and you can see this moisture is not really in a hurry to really go anywhere. Just weak low Thursday morning, you guys. This is Thursday morning going into the afternoon, evening, Friday morning, you guys. Low pressure still possibly here in the east central Gulf of Mexico, funneling in moisture across the Florida's peninsula and panhandle, you guys. And this go as far as 90 hours on this latest European run. And as you can see, the European for Friday evening going into Saturday still has weak low pressure and showers and thunderstorms possibly in the Gulf of Mexico. So as I said, you guys, this will be trends that we will be monitoring here to see if anything tries to possibly form here as we approach the start of the hurricane season here, which is on Thursday, June 1st for the Atlantic Basin. Here you guys taking a look at the icon model. You can see as we go throughout the day and head into tomorrow morning, you can see we have the icon does have a weak low pressure area, possibly south of Louisiana, you guys, across the central Gulf of Mexico, but nothing organized, you guys. As we head into Thursday morning, you can see it now starts to move into the east central Gulf of Mexico, just about agreeing with the European, going to have most of the showers, whatever low pressure that may be here. Most of the rain is going to be sheared off towards the east and northeast of the center, you guys. And you can see as we continue to icon out, this is about Thursday at going into Thursday afternoon, just broad low pressure here, spinning up moisture across the central Gulf Coast and along the Florida's Peninsula and Panhandle, you guys. And here we go, continuing on into Friday. You can see the icon just have a broad low just spinning here across the east central Gulf of Mexico, and it's just going to be very wet here across the Florida's Peninsula. And then as the icon takes this energy and shifts it off to the east coast of Florida here, you can see it's just going to be a lot of showers and thunderstorms across the southwestern Atlantic. But as you guys can see here, nothing in the imminent possibility of developing into anything tropical. So you guys, this probably just going to be another area of low pressure like we had moving to the Carolinas. But as I said, I'm going to continue to watch this, but I do not expect this to become a tropical system. Now, you guys, as we take this back to the lower 48, because we still do have some severe weather that is going on. Let me take this off, you guys, get my quick 10-second intermission. All right, you guys, and we're gonna take the let's take the satellite off so we can have a clear. All right, here we go, you guys. And as you can see, the Storm Prediction Center yet again across parts of the Central Plains here, the extreme northern parts of the Texas Panhandle, Oklahoma Panhandle, eastern Colorado, western Kansas into parts of southwest Nebraska is under a slight risk for severe weather, you guys. And that does include McCook, Garden City, Colby, Grant, just Lamar, Strayton. Y'all know I butchers names, you guys. Boise City. All these areas are under a slight risk here. The marginal risk does include Omaha, Cheyenne, Amarillo, extending on as far east as Kansas City and even as far north as Minneapolis here in Duluth, you guys, and Minnesota could see some severe weather today. And as we check the probability to see just what these storms are going to be possibly doing, there is no tornado threat as of right now, so that is good news, but we will keep an eye out just in case. We do have that 15% chance of hail pushing 1 to 1.5 inch in diameter across the slight risk, a 5% across the marginal risk, which could possibly include the Minneapolis area could see some hail later on today. Winds 55 to 60 miles per hour, gusting as high as 70, maybe even 75 miles per hour here across parts of the Central Plains under the slight risk. And under the marginal risk here, which does include parts of western Iowa and extreme northwest Missouri here, could see those winds, a 5% chance of those winds, 50 to 60, gusting to 70, maybe even 75, you guys. No significant tornadoes, no significant hail, and we do have a chance of significant wind, you guys, here across parts of the extreme northern Texas Panhandle, Oklahoma within that slight risk area. So you guys, significant winds could push even as high as possibly 80 miles per hour, you guys. So we will definitely be on the lookout for some strong, nasty, gusty winds here as the day progresses. Now, you guys, as we take a look at the HRRR to see just how these storms are going to materialize throughout the next 48 hours. All right, you guys, and as you can see, we're going to start at 12 p.m. here at your Weather on the Fly, as we always do. All right, you guys, as you can see, we're going to have some showers and thunderstorms starting to develop across parts of the Carolinas. Not much going on across the plains where the severe weather risk is going to be at for today. So around the noon hour, not much going on. But as we head to about 4 p.m., you guys, you can see as we head to about 4 p.m. across the western United States, parts of Nevada, Idaho, Montana, Wyoming, Colorado, we may actually start to have some showers and rumbles of thunder starting to pop up here as daytime heating goes along. Here across east central Texas, the Houston area, maybe even up towards the Dallas area, some scattered showers and thunderstorms, even across parts of the southern Florida's peninsula. We move on to about 8, 9 in the evening, you guys. All right, and look how fast that this cluster of showers and thunderstorms just blows up out of nowhere here across parts of eastern Colorado, western Nebraska, and western Kansas here. These storms will have the potential of producing that hail and some extreme strong isolated significant wind gusts up to 80 miles per hour will be possible within this nasty line of storms this evening. So we will be on the lookout for that. As we head into the overnight hours, you guys, about 2, 3 in the morning, this cluster of showers and thunderstorms start to weaken as it moves into parts of central Nebraska, extending on down into parts of central Kansas, you guys. And as you can see, everywhere else, it starts to get quiet as we move into the overnight hours, lose that daytime heating. The atmosphere goes stable and goes quiet, you guys. We move into 7 a.m., which brings us into convective outlook day 2. And as you guys can see, yet again, the severe weather express will be ongoing here across parts of Colorado, Kansas, on down into parts of West Texas, the West Texas Panhandle. We'll have another chance of a slight risk of severe weather tomorrow. We check the probability for those storms. Tomorrow, we will have a slight chance of a spin up here across parts of the Texas and Oklahoma panhandle, you guys, a 2% chance. So we will be on the lookout for that. Hail, a 15% chance within that slight risk for pushing 1 to 1.5 inch in diameter. Winds, we have another day of extreme winds, more than likely here across parts of eastern Colorado, western Kansas, extending on down into parts of the western panhandle. Those winds of 50 to 60, gusting to 70 will be a possibility. No significant tornadoes, no significant hail, and no significant winds so far for tomorrow. So that is good news. As we continue to HRRR out, you can see as for 7 in the morning, we will have a strong cluster of showers and thunderstorms possibly here across parts of eastern Kansas, moving into western Missouri. We move on to about the noon hour on Wednesday, you guys. And as you can see, look here across the south along the Gulf of Mexico, a lot of disturbed weather here, showers and thunderstorms moving in across parts of the Florida Peninsula here. Other than that, not much going on across the plains yet. We move on to about 4 or 5 in the afternoon on Wednesday, you guys. As you can see here, look at the increase in intensity and coverage here of showers and thunderstorms across the Florida's peninsula with this Gulf of Mexico disturbance, you guys. And look here, even across parts of South Louisiana, Southeast Texas, Louisiana, I say Louisiana again, Mississippi, Alabama, you guys, even parts of southern Georgia. Tomorrow afternoon on Wednesday could see some scattered showers and rumbles of thunder, even extending on up into parts of central Missouri here, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, even parts of South Dakota. Could see some scattered showers and thunderstorms. Look here across the southern and central high plains. These storms are starting to pop here around the late afternoon, evening hours. All hazards will be possible and on the table with those storms. As we move into the overnight hours going into Thursday, June 1st, you can see here with that Gulf of Mexico disturbance is going to keep some showers and possibly some thunderstorms here during the overnight hours across parts of the Florida Panhandle and Peninsula. Look here with the heavy rains and thunderstorms that could possibly be ongoing across parts of the Oklahoma, Texas Panhandle, starting to move into parts of west central Kansas here, even extending on up into western Nebraska and western South Dakota. You guys, we're going to go as far as the HRRR takes us out, which will be 7 a.m. on Thursday. And as you guys can see, that will segue us into convective outlook day 3. And yet again, you guys, 4 parts of the western Texas Panhandle, Oklahoma Panhandle, we will yet again have a marginal risk for some severe weather on Thursday, June 1st. And this also does mark the start of the hurricane season, you guys. So if you haven't done so already, be sure to share, like, and subscribe so everyone you know, and including you, can stay up to date and weather aware. When these updates come out from the Storm Prediction Center and National Hurricane Center, I have them posted here in my shorts and community section. And you guys, before we go, taking a look at convective outlook day 3, For early Thursday morning, you can see we're going to have yet again another cluster of showers and possibly some heavy showers and thunderstorms here across parts of the Texas Panhandle, extending northward into the Oklahoma Panhandle, and even here across parts of northern Missouri could have some heavy showers here to start your Thursday morning off, and even across parts of the central Gulf Coast, Mississippi Gulf Coast, Alabama, even the Pensacola area, even here just off the Mississippi Delta, the mouth of the river, could see some showers and thunderstorms with this Gulf low that could possibly be forming, you guys. So that's going to be it for this one. Everyone be safe, be careful. I'll be back tomorrow morning to take a look at this Severe Weather Express to see how this is going. And we will also be back to take a look at the Gulf of Mexico to see just how that low pressure will be evolving. Everyone be safe, be careful, and I'll talk to you all in the next one.